My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this.
wow.
Do you believe her?
Not only was she popping that motherfucker, she said she was doing it for them Europeans, them white men, not even no Punjabis.
Before I went down a rabbit hole, I thought the end all be all to this story was Akaash wifed up a bop, wifed up a girl who been with a lot.
No, that ain't the end all be all. The real message to this story is Akaash a sucker. I don't got nothing against him, but it's like, bruh, this is a this situation is a prime example of not setting boundaries even with your woman. You a grown man, you need to have set boundaries for yourself, and you need to be able to articulate and express that to others to protect your boundaries, man. This is a prime example of somebody who does not have boundaries and is really just a people pleaser.
A lot of guys while still believing that she was a virgin when they met. So I just thought, okay, Akaash is a dummy, that Akaash needs to change his name to Akaash, all right? Because obviously this chick is hella promiscuous. But I thought that was the end all be all. And honestly, I didn't think it was that bad because, I mean, like a girl who's promiscuous, who still someone likes you, loves you, and adore you for the right reason, like you're still a dummy and a fool for being with her, but like it's not worse than a chick who's just with you for money, right?
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this.
wow.
Do you believe her?
Whether she with you for your money or she with you just out of promiscuity, they really go hand in hand, bro. That's how 304s and hoes is made.
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
Come on, Akaash. Not only was she popping that motherfucker, she said she was doing it for them Europeans, them white men, not even no Punjabis. She didn't even want to mess with the Punjabi. She wanted the white. Hey.
Actively trying to have an orgy. I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God.
Akaash has double dose of
First off, that's assault. Second off, ain't no way he thinks she a virgin.
misery when it comes to this chick. Not only is he with the chick who got passed around, who was hella promiscuous while believing she was a virgin, but he's with the chick who is with him only for money, who don't really like him. And even that is not as bad as the reality that Akaash currently sees himself in. You see, being with a chick who is super grateful, who is super like dedicated to you, really likes you and treats you well, and she feels really grateful for you for taking care of her is one thing. But being with a chick who's promiscuous, who got passed around, who only wants you for money, but that gratefulness isn't there because she believes that she's the reason that you make money. Like she believes that your money is hers and she's entitled to it because without her, you wouldn't make any money.
And yeah, nah, that's facts. He getting the worst of both worlds. He getting the short end on the stick on both sides. She brag about how she use you for money, and she promiscuous, and she was a little pass around, and it really makes it worse because just what the things that she's saying contrast with the principles that he expresses, like, oh, I only date my women, and I'm a virgin, and I'm dating to marry, or well, they are married now, but you know that type shit, no prenup, whatever. Literally, if there was any of a worse, I don't think you could find a worse woman to deal with than her if those are your principles and values. She breaking each and every one of them publicly. He got to. Andrew and him got to get better together. He got a line.
Do you know what his stand-up is about? It's about me. If I didn't have this personality, what do you think you would talk about?
That is true. Like maybe that's comparable to the laundry. So
exactly.
you can get your flowers for that one.
Like there's so much relationship content that he talks about, and hello,
the muse is sitting.
She damn near trying to be tit for tat, if you ask me. Because I still believe this is satire. I think there's no way she doesn't feel like this is embarrassing her husband, and there's no way that he hasn't said anything about this to her, unless it's something they have planned. I still think it's something they have planned. All this shit might be true, but I think the same way comedians get on stage and might tell their family friend, like, hey, I'm gonna joke about you, I'm gonna joke about the kids. I think she's doing the same thing, because I haven't seen Akaash respond yet. I think she's doing the same thing, and the same way he makes jokes that might make her look bad on the stage, she's making jokes that might make him look bad on the internet. And if that's the case, then that's just the play they run. I wouldn't run that play, but that's the play they run.
An IP address in a way that you're like, every time he mentions you, it's like equity. What is it? No,
Trademark. Royalty.
Do we just throw out business terms all the time? Equity.
No, honestly, I should get royalty, and I basically do.
So I
because
guess,
no prenup and a joint bank account. Go fuck yourself.
No prenup and a joint bank account with a woman who believes you're not even doing her a favor, that's her money that she has access to. She's not even saying, oh, my husband's a good guy, he shares his money with me. No, she's saying, that's my money. A gold digger is one thing, because even when she takes you to the cleaners during the divorce process, there's still going to be some type of humanity there, because she believes in her heart, yeah, that's his money, I'm just going after it. So there'll be some type of sympathy or empathy there, even for the most cutthroat woman, right? Like, they won't ask for 90%. They'll probably ask for 50. I deserve half. I'm going after his money. But a woman who's a gold digger, who's a shark, who believes in her heart, she has the moral obligation to take everything you have, because you wouldn't have that without her. That's a woman you got no business being with, bruh. You got no business sharing anything with that woman, bruh. What is wrong with you? And you see the smile on her face as she says, no prenup, joint bank account.
Look at the ugly ass. I shout out Flacco too. Look how crazy this nigga look. But yeah, no, that's facts too. Also, it's like what I wanted to say, I ain't trying to sound too race baiting or anything or like that. But why am I not seeing the comments of like, this how all Indian women are? Because I grew up in a place, there's a lot of Indians and Armenians, and the majority of Indian and Armenian kids, I knew their mama didn't work, didn't feel the need to work, didn't help the dad with the company. As far as they told me, like, nigga, my mom stays home and just is my mom. Her job is just being my mom, nigga. She take us to school every day. We went shopping. We do this. Like, that's my personal experience. But why is nobody just like, yeah, that's all Indian women? Because I hate to say it, if she was a black woman, it would be, oh, see, black women, and that's the problem with the black community. And it'll get generalized. So, like, what's up with the Indian woman? Is all the Indian women like this? I'm just saying. I like to be the devil's advocate sometimes. Or this might just be some Indian women shit in their culture, out there. Men have most of the power still. In their culture, Armenian culture, some of the Middle Eastern cultures in general. I don't know if she's Indian specifically, but it's Middle Eastern. Man, they wives, I ain't gonna say they wives do what they want, but like, they don't do anything. Put it that way. You know what I mean? Far as my experience to what I know, and I'm surprised not more people talking about it.
Oh, she knows, bro. It's over with, bro. Even if Akaash wants to get rid of her at this point, he can't. He has no way out. She owns everything, bro. And which is why we've seen her because a lot of us have questioned why she acts so ungrateful, why she moves as if like she's doing Akaash a favor. That's because she thinks she is, which is why she brags about not cooking, not cleaning, not even doing his laundry for him.
I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna ask you, okay, because you're telling me kind of like how your house works and stuff, do you and Akaash have roles and responsibilities that are different? Or how do you guys divide up chores, or do you work at all in your home?
Yes, I do things. Some of the things I do, well, you're putting me on the spot, so let me think.
She does so little that she has to think. She has to brainstorm, conjure up any minuscule.
Hey, but it still all falls back on Akaash though, because he only requires so little. She only gonna do what you require. She's only going to do what you require. If you require it's just like anything else, bro. If you require very little, same for females. If you require very little to get some of that 90, that yeah, if you require very little, a nigga gonna give you very little. If you require a whole lot, the niggas who really want it gonna give you a whole lot. She act like that because he let her act like that. That's why I'm waiting on his response. I need to see what he has to say about this. Because to me, I'm still think this all got to be satire. Ain't no way he get on the podcast say she a virgin and she get on the podcast say she was fucking the whole frat house. You know, so I guess we gonna find out.
Task that she have done this week.
You walk happy.
I walk happy.
You take care of your kid.
I give hand jobs.
Yeah, no blowjobs. So
A woman who was openly bragging about popping cootie cat at random frat houses with white men is bragging about not even giving her husband blowjobs.
She said she get hand jobs, tell her ass to grow up. Talking about somebody getting hand jobs. That's your whole husband. Y'all was saving y'all virginity for that? Some handies? Crazy. Saving your whole virginity, your whole life, supposedly, for some handies, bro. Reevaluate what you doing, Akaash.
A hand job is as best as he can get. And he's a multi-millionaire.
Put cereal back after I've taken it out.
for yourself or for both of you?
For myself. I rinse dishes.
Okay, that's good.
I order water bottles. So many things I just listed.
Okay.
Things that I do. I mean, I'm not
You're
Superwoman.
not fucking Martha Stewart over here.
Yeah. Okay, Nail does laundry. She does one thing. And she acts like she does so much more than me. But all you do is laundry.
Okay, I don't-
Or like I'll rub his head, or like I'll help him with
Okay,
his
that's cute.
skincare. Like things like that. I'll help him go to sleep. So I do kind of like motherly things, but not like the cleaning motherly things or like the 50s.
You gonna rub that nigga head right to bed before you turn your phone on and tell everybody how the frat boys was tearing that little Punjabi nanny up. What's wrong with you?
Housewife type things. I think I like baby him when he needs it and give him the TLC, but also likewise, like, you know, when I'm a little bit hormonal, he'll baby me. We each do our own laundry,
Okay.
which I think is fun.
Yeah, that's
She's a stay-at-home wife who makes Akaash pay somebody else to cook and clean. So she has nothing to do. Like, she sits home and does nothing all day. And she won't even do his laundry. When she does her laundry, she doesn't say, oh, man, let me look for my husband's stuff to... No, he has to come home from making all the money and do his own laundry. And the reason why she operates like this is because she truly believes that she's entitled to his money. That like his money is her money because he talks about her and makes jokes about her when he's on stage. You know, I don't know why or how any man would ever sign up for this. Like, why?
I don't even think it's solely because she thinks I don't think it has nothing to do with the jokes on stage and being entitled to the money. I think just he has not set boundaries. She one of the type women like, oh no, like to say like, yeah, Akaash already knows that. I already told Akaash about this. I already told him, like, he didn't know all this information that got y'all turning y'all head like, what? Been doing that, been talking to him like that. I've been talking to him like that. That's new to y'all. It's not new to him. He needs to start setting some boundaries.
But in her mind, in her eyes, like, she has nothing to be grateful about. Like, she's not obligated to do anything for Akaash because according to her, that's her money. And like, she's not a gold digger because she dated him when he was broke. So her reason in her mind, how she reasons being lazy and doing nothing for him and treating him like garbage is because she believes that she deserves the money because she was with him when he didn't have any money. And Akaash probably like put up with her because Akaash has probably brainwashed himself into thinking, oh, she's not with me for money because she was with me when I didn't have any money.
the other thing that we always want to talk about is misconceptions about us.
I mean, I think the misconception about me is that maybe I'm a gold digger or that I came from privilege, which are both partly true. I like nice things, but I didn't marry my husband for that reason because he did not make money when I first met him.
Wait, by that definition, I am a gold digger. I married my husband for nice things.
Yeah.
And so
Also, what the What's wrong with that?
Also, like what? Okay, when you
I still love him.
yeah.
I'm not a see now. Here's where I'm a little different on my take. I think as women, like if you go, because it's a lot of these dudes out here that tell women like, "Oh, don't go get a career because you're masculine," but also don't go find a nigga that has a career just to take care of you because that makes you a gold digger. But also don't get on OnlyFans and make a career off just being a woman alone and having a alone and having a body and whatever alone and sex appeal alone. Don't do that either. So it's like, I do get where she coming from in that aspect. Like I feel like like you should. A big part in you in messing with a person not only because they can do nice things, but like who the fuck don't want someone that can do nice things for him? But she just disrespectful though. That's my thing with her. She's disrespectful. It makes him look bad in the things that she does on the internet, especially when it comes to her friend's husband. She's super disrespectful.
I still love him.
No, but I mean, in all seriousness, Akaash was not making anything when we first got together. I fell in love with him like an idiot.
Hey, but nobody finna say nothing about Mexican women if she's Mexican or Indian or Middle Eastern women. Nobody gonna generalize them. You ain't gonna see no memes or nothing about them that's negative. Nothing, not saying they are negative. I ain't dealt with too many, but I'm just saying she says she married for nice things. Let anybody else, let a black woman that said that, they would have went down the line of generation and generation of the problems of black women. They would have renamed, even though they do it, they'd have renamed every single thing black women done did wrong if she was said the same thing coming out her mouth.
He was a walking red flag. He had a 1-bedroom flex with a styrofoam wall and a makeshift headboard. So no, I'm not a gold digger, but now I reap the benefits of being with him when he was poor. You're welcome.
Yo, women like Jasleen they're manipulators, bruh. And Akaash don't strike me as a dumb dude. So it's really surprising that he's falling for this and eating it up. Fam, when I put that $7,000 and max out my Roth IRA account every year, I'm not doing it because I think that when I put $7,000, I'm gonna give $7,000 out. No, I do it because I know that account is gonna be worth a lot in the future. Okay, that $7,000 I put in every year is gonna be worth millions of dollars one day. Okay, and that's why I do it. A woman like Jasleen understands this, right? Like when she gets with Akaash, he probably has a low self-esteem at that point because he's really famous. He has.
Well, you can't fully say that though. But what she's failing to mention is, which some females ain't good at getting their point across. What she's failing to mention is what she was doing for him at that time. Okay, meeting him at that time is one thing. Y'all was together. Being together and him not having that much money, there has to be some level of reciprocation at that time. Like whether she was working at the same time, they split in rent together, whatever the situation is. I think she's just failing to mention that. Why, I don't know. She's mentioning all the wrong things and not mentioning the right things. If you was with him when you was broke, mention the things y'all was doing together. That's what's gonna prove you're not a gold digger. Like, yeah, I was with him when he was broke and we did this and we did that and I looked out this way and da 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 da. Some females gotta do better at defending themselves. They damn near make themselves look worse.
A successful podcast, his comedy career is going good, but he probably don't got the millions of dollars like the people around him yet. But she understands that it's just a matter of time until the money catch up. Like, you have a lot of fame, you are around a lot of famous people, you have a successful podcast with another famous person in Andrew Schultz. It's only a matter of time, bruh, all right, until you become very successful money-wise, since you're already successful in terms of clout and status. Right, so you got with a man because he had a lot of status and the money just had to catch up.
So, okay, for women who are dating, you're naturally, most likely, if you are a sane woman, going to go on a date with somebody and you're going to ask them what they do, what their future looks like.
God
and a lot
forbid,
of times,
I want to be taken care of and provided for. I don't want to do waste management like Nate. I want someone to do that for me.
Success and money are important if you are looking for that. If you're all about love, go for it. Go for it.
But kidding. In all seriousness, like when you're thinking about investing in someone and having kids, like success also means that they're disciplined. It means that they work hard. So like transitive property, it means they're going to work hard in their relationship.
I will say that's a fact. women, when you should go after a successful man, because usually to be successful you have to have, not all the time, but I would say majority of times or a lot of times, you have to have some character traits that can be positive, like perseverance, focus, optimism, all those type of things. So I do agree in that sense. Like, no, yeah, for sure. With a successful man, he's gonna have certain character traits that made him successful, unless he like a nepo baby or something. But most people are not nepo babies. So, yeah, no, there is certain character traits and mindsets and skills and things other than the money that definitely, like, are important.
relationship, you idiot incels. Like, what the do you think? Like, it lends itself to other things. It's not just about money and nice things.
Yeah, and also there's so much deep love, but it's like love and money kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
These incels think that they're J. Cole being like, oh, this a bird, she a bird trap or whatever. It's like, you are not J. Cole. You are not as successful as him. Like, they're like, oh, but like, we have to protect ourselves. From what? What money are you making? You're making $70,000 a year in a 3 Series BMW.
Women like this deserve nothing. Zero, bruh. Just this mindset that they're like better than everybody. She's talking down upon men who make $70,000 on their own. Hardworking, grueling, hardworking men who make $70,000 on their own. She's laughing at them and talking down to them as if they're brokies who got nothing to offer a woman, even though her entire life is paid for. Yo, if Akaash...
See, this where some of y'all be in y'all emotions too much too. Mind you, I don't agree with her. I think she disrespectful. I think she don't respect Akaash. I think that she was a little bop running around, and I think she's every stereotype that men try to put on most women. She's all of them at the same time. She lazy. She don't want to cook and clean. She feels entitled to your money, and she was super promiscuous. And he really thought she was a virgin, so I don't know if she lying or what's going on, but something ain't connecting there. But fuck, I always forget what the fuck I was gonna say.
On their own. She's laughing at them and talking down to them.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, so look, I don't think she's laughing at the 70K, but some of you niggas though, some of y'all do need to worry about yourself, bro. Like, bro, I get in the sense of like, bro, if you making 40, 50K a year, I don't think most women will be going after you looking to take half of the assets you don't have. I would assume at 70K a year, depending where you live and your lifestyle, got kids or not, if you do have assets, they're probably not the largest assets, or you're just starting them, or you don't have any at all. Why would a real gold digger go after someone that only makes 70K with no assets? They talk about when you divorce, you get the assets. Yeah, you get the child support, but they don't have any children. So you're not gonna get his daily paycheck. You might get half of the ass, like homes, cars, cribs. 70K a year. She said he was in LA. You're not gonna have none of that. So that is one part that I say, like, you know what, that's facts.
As if they're brokies who got nothing to offer a woman, even though her entire life is paid for. Yo, if Akaash was not in her life, she'll be making $30,000 working as a, I don't know, bro, right? As a customer representative. I'm being real here, bro. But yet, because her husband is taking care of everything, she's fixing her mouth to look down upon men making 70K. It's ridiculous, bro. Right? And you will think if she understands.
She's not looking down. She's just saying, if I'm a gold digger, like, I can't, like, y'all niggas are worried about gold diggers when you have no assets, which is true, regardless of her character. I don't agree with her at all in anything or nothing like that. I don't agree with her as a person. Like, I don't fuck with that type of shit. I'm just saying, I'm a man though. I'm always gonna think with logic. Logically, like, bro, you niggas that only make 60, 70K and you're worried about, like, even me personally, I don't think any woman in my life is coming for me for any assets. Why? I don't have many assets. I got assets like my mind and my brain and my charisma, but I don't have fucking portfolios and this and that. So it's like, what would you be coming for? $125 a month. Especially if you don't got no kids, you ain't even getting that.
It's like her entire life is being paid for by Akaash. That she would have some type of gratefulness, but she doesn't. Okay, she doesn't. Because apparently she got with him when he didn't have any money and she took a risk. What risk did you take? When she got with Akaash, her sister was telling her about Akaash and how, she watches their podcast and Akaash is so funny and Akaash is so this. So the sister was Scout Team. She didn't see Akaash or like Akaash personality online. No, the sister ran Scout Team like, yo, there's this dude right here. He's really famous, but to be successful, you should get with him.
I wanted to tell the story of how me and Akaash met because a couple of you guys asked on a video we did a while back, and I wanted to tell the story tonight because I'm seeing two friends for their birthday in Philly tonight, and I'm driving from the city, and one of the friends that I'm seeing, Courtney, is like partially the reason that we met, like her and my sister Manu. The wind back to like 2015.
Not like that. I know someone right now I went to school with. Shout out my boy Asher. I don't know his Instagram name, but shout out my boy Asher, white boy. I know someone I went to school with right now. He's a comedian now. At least it looked like to me he's getting a little traction and people are actually going to his shows and he got like a few fans and all the whole shit. So, you can't. She might be a little bit right about that. Like just because her sister let her know, hey, here's a dude, he does comedy and he's doing a show over here. I think in the comedy industry, having a show isn't the same as in the rap industry and having a show. If you're a rapper and you have a show, you might got a few thousand fans. To where you're in a comedy, I don't know exactly how it goes. You might have a show just because, I don't know, someone fucking didn't show up on stage. Or I know they got a lot of open mics. Like fucking certain rap venues don't do open. I don't think there's an open mic for shit like that, but So she ain't all the way wrong about this.
Courtney says to Manu, like, oh, there's like this funny like Punjabi comic. So she thought the last name Singh, because that's what we told her meant that he was Punjabi. He's on this podcast and he's really funny. Like, you should check it out. And my sister kind of became like a fan of his, and she was like, oh, we should go to this Hoboken Comedy Festival because there's all these comics that are going to be there, and that guy I told you about is going to be there too. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. We got there late, but we got there in time to see him perform. And it was so weird because they had like, I don't know whose idea it was to have this comedy festival in like a movie theater, just like a weird venue for comedy. So we go to where in the room that he's performing, and there's like maybe 10 or 12 people in the room. But so Manu is like, oh, can we get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he like, obviously, like, again, like early stages of his career, like he wasn't really getting asked all that much. So she took a picture of me and him together.
Her friend was a fan of him. Her friend wasn't friends with him. No, she was a fan of him. Her sister was a fan of him. He had hella motion. He had hella status.
Hella motion, hella status might be a little bit of a reach, man. But he for sure was on his way. He was on his way there is a better way to put it. I gotta be 100. I gotta keep it 100 all in. He was on his way there is better because look at bro. Let me see when they had the little photo. Let me see if I can get to it. I can't even get to the photo. Let me see.
Him together.
Flacco. He was on his way there. He was definitely on that path to be exactly who he wanted to be. But my hella motion and status, I don't know about that, man. Shit. Out there he looked more excited than she do taking a picture with a little random fan.
Her friend was a fan of him. Her friend wasn't friends with him. No, she was a fan of him. Her sister was a fan of him. He had hella motion. He had hella status, right? Now, status don't have to mean, he was the biggest movie star ever. No, he had a lot of motion and status within that group. And as women, they're attracted to status. So, yeah, of course, she chose up on her.
Wouldn't be keeping it real if I also didn't say that a part of me isn't a little terrified that my husband could like wake up one day and just change his mind, and then my whole life would change. So if you are going into a relationship where that's your goal, I just want to make it clear that you do have to consider that decision very carefully of giving up your ability to fend for yourself and basically depending on another human being. And I know a lot of women do make that choice.
That is true, but if you gonna do that, do not follow her blueprint. It is trash. That's the last thing you should do if you're worried about your financial security through your husband. That's the last way to treat them if you want to guarantee your financial security throughout the years. That's she do the opposite of what she doing.
And I'm obviously being one of them. And I will say, like, there's a difference between stay-at-home wife and stay-at-home girlfriend, because as a wife, I have like a marriage contract in place. So I do have like some security guaranteed by like the United States law. And I have an amazing husband, don't get me wrong, but human beings, like, they change. They're wired to make mistakes. And I just, like, you never know what the future holds. And so it's like, it's a scary thing to think, but I think that's why I just want to lay it all out there, that it's of course something that like goes through my mind. And he's also in the entertainment industry. And guess what? There's hoes in the entertainment industry. Like, there are women who purposely try to break up a marriage, or who purposely.
See, that's here nor there. I don't think there's nothing wrong with her trying to get her own money, because nothing lasts forever, or even if it do, people like, I don't know. But she shouldn't be doing it at his expense. No one cares that she make TikToks. No one cares that she gives her. People actually would support her giving relationship advice if she wasn't doing it at his expense and doing it in a unhealthy manner and not really giving advice at all. She's showing you what not to do. If she was showing what to do, I don't think anybody would have anything to say.
They try to target men with money, and that's not just on like them, that's also like on the men too. But it's like, that's why I wanted to start making TikToks, because I was really just looking for some creative fulfillment. And I was also looking to kind of like put my own name out there, because obviously my husband's a comedian. So
Akaash married her without a prenup. He gave her access to his bank account with all his money in it. She has access to get it whenever she wants. Again, she's married to him without a prenup, but she's still online crying about not having security, and she has to do this podcast to make her name for herself and make her own money, because it's uncertainty in being a stay-at-home housewife, and it's a chore, and it's this and it's this and that. So if you don't feel security being married to a man who gave you a marriage without a prenup and half his asset, then what are we doing here, bro? Man,
I don't know how the YouTube and internet shit works. She might feel secure, but behind closed doors, you don't know how people finances be. So she might know that, okay, he make let's say he makes, I don't know, like fucking $150K a month. But not saying all the Indians is like this. He might be taking care of hella families and doing this, and that. She know once they divorce, she might only motherfucking get, I don't know, a very small bullshit portion out of that. And I feel like that's what might cause her to want to get her own money, especially because he using her name. My only problem is she doing it at his detriment and at his expense. If she was on there just cracking hella jokes and whatever, joking about whatever she was joking about, and he wasn't always the butt of the joke, whether like, on the low key, I don't think it'll be no issue at all.
Yo, y'all let me know in the comment section, man.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty much the end of it. But like I said, yeah, man, if she wasn't always making him the butt of the joke, if it is jokes, I don't think it'll be no issue at all. And the other main thing is I have not seen nobody stereotype the whole Indian woman or Middle Eastern, whatever she is, Punjabi community about this. Because I know for a fact if she was black, everybody would start pulling out their little factoids and their little notes about everything black women do wrong. But since she Indian, though, it's just like, oh, yeah, that's just her. But goddamn, hold on. Oh, this video, 40 minutes. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going to do another one. God damn, that video long as shit.